Will that be okay for you?
Opo.
So, meaning to say, medyo college level to na probability di-discuss ko. Particularly, we will start with random variables right away. So, tapos ang mga lahat ng mga univariate distributions. Importante siya later when you will be doing modeling. You need to have a deeper understanding about some probability distributions. So, yun ang magiging discussion natin beginning next meeting. Okay?
Strange pa eh. Parang natapos bigla yung groups.
Oo
Parang
nga eh.
wala na.
Pero anyway, babalikan-balikan natin to kung may mga kailangan tayong gagawin. Pero because I was looking at it, we really take so much time na of the group na marami pa tayong mathematics that we can explore. So kaya at least for you, you have now a good understanding what groups are up to the permutation groups level. And then later, babalikan natin if there's a need for us to recall some of the theories behind. Okay?
Opo.
All right. So now, let us begin our discussion this afternoon by recalling what has been discussed, particularly in permutations. Ito, in-outline ko na what are the things that we need to recall. First of all, when you're talking about permutation, it's simply a bijective function of objects to a set of objects, particularly ang hinanap mo lang permutation of objects and how they are combined to each other. So kung may mga fixed elements ka, imamap mo lang yung bawat element na yon to a particular element at walang male-left out because everything is a one-to-one and onto function. So therefore, it is a bijective function. So that's one. Second, kung meron ka ng permutation, so you have a mapping, you can somehow express this in terms of cycles. So as we can recall, so quickly recall lang natin kung ano ito. So particularly with, kung may permutation kasi for example, alpha, ang alpha natin say a mapping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at meron tayong 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So therefore, you can express this as cycles or product of cycles. So in this case, we have 1 and 3 at babalik na siya sa 1 and you have a 2, 2, 4. Ay, parang may mali ako. Dumoble ang 3. So 5. So gawin ko na lang to 5. Gawin natin yan 5. So that will be 5. So therefore, ano nga yan? 2, 4. Ayan. So you will have products of cycles. And then also, we know that this joint cycle commutes. So in this case, pwede mo itong pagbalik ta rin. You have 2, 4, and 1, 3. And it will still be the same. Unless ang cycle mo hindi disjoint, meaning may common elements sila to each other. And then finally, you can express each permutation as either an even or odd permutation. So, halimbawa, let's consider beta to be, say, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So meron tayong 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. So therefore, meron kang cycle of the form 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hanggang 6. Tapos babalik siya ng 1. But you can express this as 2 cycles. So therefore, you can write this as 1, 6, 1, 5, 1, 4, 1, 3, and 1, 2. So pwede mo maisusulat this way. But so far, all of these, yung lahat ng mga properties na to, hindi pa natin napoprove. Hindi pa natin na-formalize kung totoo to always. So, let us prove all of these properties. So, para at least ito na yung magiging ending natin ng
So, kailangan pala pang
permutation.
ganun lagi pong parang you can just accept na it's a theorem. We need to prove. Wait lang po, where's the proof? Kumbaga.
Kasi, syempre, anything, pwede siya maging claim eh. Parang sabihin natin chismis lang na walang katotohanan. May be true to some, but may not necessarily true to all unless you are to prove it. So, ipapakita mo talaga. So, di ba, lahat ng mga properties na pinakita natin, last time, puro lang to, observation, or on how we describe it. So, the first theorem na gusto natin ipoprove, ito maganda to, is that every permutation, as you have noticed last time, that can be written as a cycle or pwede mo siyang ma-express as product of disjoint cycle. So ito yung magiging theorem na first na ipoprove natin. So let's start with the proof. So let's define a permutation. Pangalanan natin permutation natin as alpha to be a permutation on A. At ang laman ng A natin, there are n number of objects. Say, let's call them 1, 2, 3, and so on up to n. Okay. So now, gagawin natin, let us apply alpha to a particular element. So let's choose, without loss of generality, WLOG. By the way, ano nga itong meaning nito? Without loss of generality.
Wow, okay. So talagang ayaw pa magsulat ng words.
Ito nga yung haba eh. So without loss of generality, ibig sabihin, if I'll say A sub 1 is an element of A, what I'm saying, A sub 1 dito pala is an element of A. Let me rewrite this as, kasi ito, i-change ko itong notation as A sub 1, A sub 2, up to A sub n. Kasi yun ang notation na gagamitin natin. So meaning, I can choose any of the elements. So without loss of generality. So pwede siyang A sub 2, pwede siyang A sub 3. But in this case ngayon, I'll just use A sub 1. So it can be anything. So therefore, let us apply what is A sub 1 in this case. So let us consider, upon applying A sub 1, alpha to A sub 1, ang magiging resulting niya na mapping would be A sub 2. Again, without loss of generality. Okay? So, it can be anything. Pero pinili natin sa A sub 2. Now, next. Apply mo ulit sa A as alpha twice to A sub 1. So far, alam natin, this is just alpha of A sub 2. Okay? And without loss of generality, let us consider this is A sub 3. And again, do it again. A sub alpha mo, apply mo 3 times to A sub 1. So again, we already know the values. We know that alpha raised to the 2 of, this would be, yung unang alpha mo, this would be A sub 2. Tapos pangalawang application ng alpha would be A sub 3. And ang last na application, without loss of generality, sabihin natin na this is A sub 4. And so on. So you can imagine this in this way. So parang we're just choosing the elements of all of this. Since we know, ang alam natin na you have somehow a series or a sequence of A sub 1, tapos alpha of A sub 1, alpha squared of A sub 2, alpha cube of A sub 3, and so on. But the question, will this go on forever or mag-stop to somehow?
I think it can go on forever but it will just cycle nga po. So pag nasa 8.
Mag-cycle siya. So therefore, babalik siya sometime, di ba?
So parang mag-end po, lahat ito hindi po siya infinite.
Tama. So mag-end siya. So therefore, we can claim that this is finite. So finite lang siya. Hanggang siya. Dyan. So therefore, we can say this statement na pwede nating sabihin that there will exist an M which is a natural number such that if you raise alpha to the power of M of A sub 1, babalik siya to that cycle. So therefore, babalik siya to A sub 1. Okay. So, the question ngayon, ito yung natin, ang assumption that there is a positive natural number. Of course, positive pala, natural number na, no? So let us describe further. Ano tong positive na natural number? So, let's consider. So, let's consider I and J, which are natural numbers, and I is less than J, such that pwede natin maisulat that A sub I of A sub 1 is equal to alpha raised to j, a sub 1. So question, totoo ba to? Yung statement na yan? Is this possible?
I mean, like, kung pwede siguro po para pag umikot na po siya. Kung
No
like,
ba? Pwede nang bumalik, di ba?
aba,
Yan. So meaning, it can be any natural number basta bumalik ang cycle mo. Okay, we have an I and a J. Pwede malit si I, umikot ulit si J. So, meron siya maging equal. So let us now rewrite this. So we know a permutation is a bijective function. So therefore, you can multiply both sides by one of the inverse of the other. So therefore, let us, in this case, pwede natin i-define yung inverse ng a raised to I mo, which is a raised to negative I. So, i-multiply natin both sides dito. Okay. By the way, again, gina-justify natin that this function exists because it's a permutation. It's a bijective function. So, if you rewrite this, ano mangyayari? On the left-hand side, magiging a sub 1 na lang. And on the right-hand side, this would be a raised to j minus I of a sub 1. Okay? So therefore, this justifies ano magiging m natin. Yun si m. Okay? Medyo na-gets ang argument?
aba.
Okay now. All right. So therefore, if this is our m, hence we can produce a cycle. Hence, we were able to produce the cycle a sub 1, a sub 2, up to a sub m. Okay? And therefore, si alpha natin, di ba sabi natin, si alpha mo is a permutation on A. So hence si alpha can be expressed as this cycle times other cycles. Okay? So therefore, hindi natin alam, basta baka may other cycles yan. Or otherwise, if m is equal to n, meaning ito yun, kung ang buong elements na ng ano mo, ng set mong ginamit, so therefore, si alpha mo is exactly this cycle. So we are done. So dyan na muna. Pero hindi pa tayo finished. Pero ibig lang sabihin nito is this, that we were able to show na you can write a permutation as a cycle muna. Okay? Nasagot na natin ito as a cycle. Pero hindi pa natin nasagot product of this third cycle. Pwede pa natin i-breakdown yan further. Clear? Nakuha?
Aba.
So, yun lang muna. So, that's the first step. So, next step is, meron kang halimbawa, assume natin na m is not equal to n. Consider, I think gumamit ako ng box, no? Gamit ako dito ng box. Suppose, m is not equal to n. So, meaning, hindi pa tayo tapos. So, let's consider another element dito sa a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub n. Pero weird na, tatawagin ko siyang letter B. Choose B sub 1, an element of A. So, by the way dito, wala akong may sinasabi na puro yan A kasi may dot ako, di ba? So, assume lang natin may other element siya. Tawagin lang natin letter B. Napaka-weird na na argument. So, tawagin natin letter B.
Sa ugly duckling, meron po, may unique po na, ano po doon, may B somewhere in the A mo.
Tama. Kasi ang goal lang natin is this, si B sub 1 natin ay hindi siya element ng particularly yung napili natin A sub 1, A sub 2, up to A sub m. Diba? This is the cycle which we have constructed. Assume natin si B sub 1 wala doon sa kanya. So it's a different element. So at this time, apply ka ulit ng alpha mo to B sub 1. So therefore, again, yung argument natin earlier, lalagay ko dito as shown earlier, there exists, hindi na letter M, let's use another letter, letter K, such that if you apply alpha K times to B sub 1, babalik siya to B sub 1, meaning magkikreate siya ng another cycle. So let's consider this cycle, tawagin natin siya as B sub 1, B sub 2, up to B sub K. So another cycle. So ang question, itong next na question. So meron ka lang dalawang cycle ngayon. Pwede yung isang cycle mo, it's simply this. Okay? And another cycle, it's this. So next time na ipoprove natin na kailangan natin ipapakita na disjoint sila. Let me erase this muna. Ayan. Ayan. Okay. So we need to show that we need to show that napaka ng lahat ng mga acronym, no? We need to show that.
Kailangan na po, may book po para sa mga acronyms mo.
Okay, ang haba kasi eh. So, let's show na walang intersection ang dalawang set na to. So, A sub M. So, the intersection of these two is empty. Ayan. So, meaning, disjoint ang dalawang set na to. Yan ang ipapakita natin. So, what will be, do you think, the technique kung gusto mo ipakita na wala silang intersection? Anong proof technique ang pwede mong gawin? O, sabi natin, wala siyang laman ang intersection ng dalawa.
May mga tricks pa eh. Parang yung isa pa yung to prove that they're equal, the subset and superset at the same time. So ito kaya siguro baka may ganun din po, parang something funny.
Di ba yung, if you say for example, if you want to show two elements are, ang isang bagay is unique, papakita mo na merong dalawa, and then you end up na, ay, isa lang pala sila. Pero dito naman,
assume na meron po contradiction.
Yon. Dito mag-a-assume tayo. Na assume natin, ay, what if may intersection? Para may contradiction. Diba? Yan ang usual natin na pwede natin gagawin. So, kaya gagamit tayo ng word, suppose.
Masyado mahaba po yung suppose mo.
Suppose on the contrary. So, meaning, assume mo na may laman ang intersection. Contrary. Okay. That is, there exists an I and J such that if I will apply alpha several times to A sub 1, in some point, maging equal siya to application of alpha raised to J to B sub 1. So meaning, kasi di ba may intersection sila, so, kung isa-cycle mo si A, magmi-meet din siya with B sometime kung isa-cycle mo din si B. Kasi, sabi natin, may intersection sila, so pwede sila mag-meet together. So, yun ang assumption natin. Medyo clear ang idea?
Tama.
Okay, now, gaya ng ginawa natin, let us apply the inverse of the permutation. So, in this case, gusto natin i-apply dito, you multiply A sub A raised to negative J, the inverse of alpha sub J. By the way, napapansin mo parang may mali sa pagsusulat ko ng notation. So parang ang term na ginagamit sometimes ng mga mathematician, kung medyo may mali sa paglalagay ng notation, abuse of notation. Bakit ko to sinabi, abuse of notation? Kasi dapat ang correct notation is this. Isusulat ko dito si alpha minus alpha raised to j minus alpha raised to minus j. Isusulat ko dito ito
So,
Tapos, mahaba siya.
bawal po yung ganun sa, on the equation mismo.
Di ba? Ito yung dapat ang correct. Pero, ginawa lang natin, nag-abuse lang tayo ng notation. So, kaya, sometimes you will encounter may magsusulat na ganyan. So, take note mo yan sa mga classes in the future.
Opo.
Kung ano mo yan. Ayan. So, may abuse lang tayo ng notation. So, therefore, we can rewrite this. Makikita mo ng pattern that alpha raised to I minus j on the left-hand side. And this is equal to b sub 1. Okay? Medyo nakita ang idea?
Opo.
So, may question. Ito, lalagay ko lang dito. Ilelet ko dito some letter T yung I minus J. So, tingnan mo yung argument dito. May napapansin ka somehow anong ibig sabihin nito?
You cannot transform the A into the B.
Bakit?
They are not, ano nga po, iba nga po sila. So, they're not
Correct.
cycle. So, di na po sila pwede i-force.
So, ang ibig niyang sabihin, di ba? It means, in this case, si B mo pala, element siya ng A sub 1, A sub 2, up to A sub M. A sub M pala. Yun. So, itong ibig niyang sabihin. So, it's part of the cycle for something. Di ba? Parang,
Opo.
hindi siya dapat. Totoo. So, this is
Contradiction. Dito ko
contradiction.
pag nakita ko po yan, parang may lightning po. May ganun po.
Oh, I think, nasabi ko ba ito sa'yo? Sometimes I usually joke around, sabi ko, a Harry Potter contradiction.
May ganun. Contradiction.
Hindi ko alam kung anong history nito kung kailan to nag-umpisa. Yung parang ganun na symbol to indicate contradiction. I will always see this. Nung college ako, nakita ko na yan sa professor ko. Nung nag-PhD ako, nakita ko rin sa professor. Sabi ko, matagal na pala tong symbol na to for the contradiction. So, anyway, so therefore, ang ibig sabihin dito, thus, indeed, masasabi mo, mali yung assumption natin na may intersection sila. So therefore, in this case, these two sets are disjoint, or the intersection is a null set. So therefore, anong ibig niyang sabihin? Finally, so thus, si alpha mo can be written as one cycle. Kung di mo pa naubos ang lahat ng elements, so you can define another cycle. And these two cycles are disjoint. And kung hindi pa naubos ang lahat ng elements, so until you end up, say sabihin natin, yung pinakahuling cycle mo is C sub 1, C sub 2, up to some say C sub, anong letter? S. Yun na. So therefore, all of these.
Isabihin po, meron pala letters in between B and C.
Again?
Meron pala po letters in between B and C.
Well, hindi. Ang assumption lang natin, ganon. May other additional letter. Bahala ka lang mag-imagine. Ganon. Okay, so, this ends the proof. So, medyo mahaba-haba ang proof na to. So, recall lang natin, yung ginawa natin. The theorem is asking, we need to prove na pwede ba natin maisulat ang permutation as a cycle or a product of cycle. So, first part ng proof, na ipakita natin na if that you can produce a cycle, at kung naubos mo ng lahat ng mga elements doon described by where your permutation is acting on, so therefore, you will have a permutation which can be expressed as a cycle. So, ang assumption when M is equal to N. However, kung if that's not the case, kung di mo pa siya nauubos, so let's identify an element na wala doon, na wala dito, assume, tapos ipapakita mo na you can produce that cycle and you will show ng dalawang cycles na yan are disjoint. So we were able to show by contradiction na mga cycles na yan is disjoint and so on. So yun, that's the idea of these cycles. Okay? Any questions so far?
Tama po.
Okay, next theorem na so far napapansin natin from the earlier properties. So, this second, kung meron kang disjoint cycle, they will always commute. Pwede mong pagbaliktarin yung product. Unlike kung hindi siya disjoint, because permutations are functions, functions are not necessarily disjoint, meaning F circle G is not always equal to G circle F. So in this case, ipapakita natin na pwede siya for disjoint cycle. So this is the next theorem. Okay, so yung papakita natin. Alright, so let us define.
Ito nga po yung iniisip ko pala pong method of action na gagawin na po siguro. I-assume na po na, ano nga po, tagda na they don't commute, tapos equal pala yan. Siguro ganun po.
Pwede. Meaning to say, di ba, two permutation is also a permutation.
Tama.
So therefore, i-act mo ang mga permutations na to, ipapakita mo equal silang dalawa. Yun, tama. That's the idea. That's a correct idea actually. So now, let's assume. Ito yung assume natin. Suppose you have a permutation alpha and beta in the set of permutations on say m plus n plus k letters on the following. Baka nagtataka ba bakit yung subscript ni symmetric group may tatlong letter M, letter N, at letter K. Di ba dapat S sub N lang yan? So, kasi, let's define the set A as follows. So, pangalanan natin A sub 1, A sub 2, up to A sub M. That's the first set. B sub 1, B sub 2, and B sub N for the second. And finally, C sub 1, C sub 2, up to C sub K. Ayan. So, yun ang ibig niya lang naman sabihin. Pero may conditions tayo na idadagdag. Where ayan. Where the C's are left fixed by both alpha and beta. Okay. Anong ibig sabihin nito? What we're saying is that kung i-act mo ang dalawang permutation na to na alpha and beta, ang C mo, it's ganun pa rin. So, action of alpha to C sub 1, it's still C sub 1. Action of beta, so C sub K would be C sub K pa rin. So, wala siyang pagbabago. Pero alam natin, si alpha natin, in this case, mag-move. Ayan. Ang alam natin, preliminarily, si alpha mo, look like this. Si beta mo, bakit hindi siya nag-erase na? Dahil lang ito ang hindi siya kasi in-encircle ko, supposed to be a undo ko, hindi siya gumagalaw. Okay, so ito yung si alpha, ito si beta, then we want to show act on all of the elements. So ito yung tatlo. So tatlo. First, take the action for all I gawin natin from 1 to M. Take the action of alpha and beta on A sub 1. Yan. So ito, Joshua, ang tanong ko, what is the resulting action na to ng alpha and beta to A sub 1? Given ito yung description ng alpha and beta. Hello, Joshua? Okay. Akala ko nag-freeze ka kasi hindi ka nakatingin.
Nakatingin ako pa nasa baba po kasi.
Oo. Kasi kaninang ulo mo parang hindi gumagalaw. Sabi ko baka nag-freeze yung ano. So, yan. What is alpha beta of A sub 1, do you think? Ito yung alpha mo sa taas. Itong beta mo sa taas.
Okay, so, bale magiging muna po. So, something A2. Tapos, A2 lang po.
A2. Or, tama, A2. That's correct. Hindi ko pala nasabi, no? Instead of letter number 1, palitan natin pala to. Hindi 1. So, instead of 1 yan, gawin nating I. So, ano na siya ngayon? So, instead of A2, magiging?
B, ano pa na? B2. Nawala. Pinapa.
Yeah.
Nangyari.
Dali lang guys. Ano lang ko. Sagutin ko to muna, ang phone.
May natanggal po yung battery. Aba.
Okay, so Joshua. So
Ay.
this is,
May lamang. Okay. Yun ba? Wala ba?
oh yes.
Okay na ba?
So this is, kanina, kung 1 ito, this is A sub 2. Tama ka. Pero kung I na yan, in general, kung letter I yan, magiging A sub? So,
May
balikan.
A sub 3 bale po.
Pero it's I. In general, I na siya.
Okay. So, A sub I plus 2?
Plus 2. Kanina, paano ka naka-describe ng A sub 1, it becomes A sub 2. Bakit gumanon siya? Nag-jump to A sub 2. Ngayon, si I siya, nag-plus 2 ka. Kanina, nag-plus 1.
So, yung sa po, I plus 1 sa una. Pero yung beta, may gagawa ba siya?
Sige, isa-isayin natin Let us try to rewrite this as alpha. Unahin natin si beta of A sub I. Anong magiging ipe-permute mo papunta saan si A sub I under beta? Tingnan mo si beta dito, yan.
So,
Look at beta.
so si beta under B. So, ano magawa na? Wala. Wala po.
Wala. So therefore, magiging
B plus
A
1 lang.
sub I pa rin yan. Ayan. So mawawala na si beta. So how about si alpha? Kung magmumu siya base, kung ibe-base mo siya dito na.
So bali magiging A plus 1, I plus 1 na mo. Alpha A.
Yun. So, magiging A sub I plus 1 na siya. So, yan. Let's consider that first on the left-hand side. So, ngayon, on the right-hand side tayo, beta alpha naman. So, beta alpha A sub I. So, anong next? So, beta of alpha of A sub I. Ano magiging resulting yan?
So basically, yung in total po, magiging A plus 1, I plus 1 pa rin po. So wala na yan.
Ayun. So, magiging beta of A sub I plus 1. But under beta, ano mangyayari?
So under beta, wala mangyayari pa po. So,
Alright. So,
So,
A
it
sub
appears.
I plus 1 pa rin.
Yan
So,
na ba?
therefore, ano masasabi mo sa alpha and beta?
They're the same. Yun na ba?
They're the same.
That's it? Wow. Okay, so it's easy. It's easy.
Pero we're not done yet, ha? Hindi pa to tapos. Kasi ilang letters meron tayo? From 1 to M. Pero meron pa tayong another letter. Ilang ang letter? Ayan, ito, yun. May tatlo pa. Diba? May dalawa. Beta na naman, tapos si C. Okay, tingnan natin muna. So, we're done with the first. Wala tayong space pala. Magdadagdag ako dito ng additional paper. Add paper, blank paper. Tingnan natin. Paano nga to? Thumbnails. So, magdadagdag ako ng paper dito. Paano nga to? Move. Oops. Ano nga to ba? Ano ko? Limutan ko na. Hindi ko alam kung paano siya i-move ulit. Oops.
Oh no. Baka na-lock yata po siya.
Oo nga parang nakalock, no? Magdadagdag sana ako ng additional paper. Wait. Ayaw.
When in doubt po, tagdan yung...
Kaya na, ito na lang. I-move ko na lang to down. Ito. I-move ko na lang siya. Yan. Down somewhere here. Ayan. Sa gitna lang muna. Okay. So, yan. Dito na tayo dudugtong. So, the same thing, ang mangyayari,
Expand ko na lang po on my end para mas kita po.
kasi, di ba kung gagawin mo naman sa beta, by some symmetry, ganun din ang mangyayari. That all, similarly, for all, J na lang, from 1 to, anong natin, up to N. Alpha beta of B sub I, B sub J is equal to beta alpha of B sub J. So, same argument as earlier. Last argument natin. Ano mangyayari? Lastly, for all, say K. K ba yung ginamit? K pa lang subscript. So, anong letter? S na lang.
Tama.
Natin. Letter S. S from 1 to K. We are to show the following. Una, alpha beta of C sub S. So, yan. So, this becomes so, anong mangyayari? Anong magiging output? Anong assumption natin earlier about the C's?
Baka siguro...
Ito, assumption natin. Sinulat ko dito. The C's are left fixed by both alpha and beta. So therefore, ano ang mangyayari when you apply alpha and beta to any of the C's?
So, walang mangyayari po. Nothing at all. Siguro.
So therefore, anong magiging output niya ng alpha
Pareho po.
beta of C's?
C pa rin po. Some C's.
Iba rin. So let us write this down as C sub S. So similarly, beta alpha of C sub S is still C sub S. Therefore, this makes yung dalawa na yan equal. C sub
Wow.
S is equal to beta alpha of C sub S. So hence, we were able to exhaust everything. Naubos na natin lahat ng mga dinefine nating mga elements dyan. So therefore, we were able to say that thus disjoint cycles permute. Okay? So that's the end of the proof. Okay. So that's a case. So far, any questions sa pangalawang proof na to?
Wala na po.
Okay. Next proof. Ito, interesting to. Medyo paakyatin natin yung proof na to. Order of a permutation. Do you remember what's the order of an element of a group? Naalala mo pa?
The order of element, yung the order of the set it will generate.
Tama. Pero how about order of a permutation? I-recall lang natin. Order of a permutation. Oh, wait. Recall. Read lang natin. Let sigma be a permutation. So, anong ibig sabihin ng order of a permutation which is equal to, say, some k? Anong ibig niyan sabihin? If and only if? What do you think?
If and only if yung wala ba? So, paano kaya to? The order of the permutation is key.
Naalala mo yung order of an element of a group? Anong ang definition ng order of an element of a group?
Order of yun nga po, is the order of the set will generate.
So therefore, in this case, ano ito? So ang order of an element of the group, di ba? It's the number. If you raise that number to that element, it will produce the identity element.
Tama.
So, kung permutation na siya, it's the same concept. If you raise that number to your permutation, magbabalik yung ano na yun, paano natin i-express? Babalik siya sa identity na permutation. Medyo nakuha ang idea? So therefore, if I'll raise this permutation to k, this is just your identity permutation. So ang k natin dito, again, is the least k. Kasi pwede naman siya babalik ulit, di ba? Magsa-cycle siya ulit. So kung beses mo siya i-multiply to itself. So ganun din, ang order of permutation is just simply the least number na positive integer. If you raise that to your permutation, magiging identity permutation. So, in this order, in this theorem, Ruffini ito palang author, si Ruffini. Mga 1600s, so, 1799. 1799, matagal na ito na.
1799 po, meron pa po nag-iisip ng ganyan.
So, mako-compute mo daw ang order ng permutation mo based sa cycles. Kung gaano kahaba ang inyong cycle. So, yun. Weird, no? Ganda. So, meaning mako-compute mo, base siya kung gaano kahaba ang cycle mo, kunin mo lang yung LCM, ang least common multiple.
Opo.
That's a theorem. So yan ang magiging theorem natin. So pwede tayong magpo-prove dito. So let's consider. Magandang proof nito. Okay? So let's start the proof.
Opo.
Okay. Proof. So first, we need to prove, umpisa lang tayo for small number of cycles. Let's consider when k is equal to 2. Suppose when k is equal to 2, meaning dalawang cycles lang ang paghahanapin natin. Kasi anyway, finitely many, what you can do is you will induce this via induction para mapuprove mo for all. So let's start with k equal to 2. So and then I'll just leave to you later by induction. Totoo siya sa lahat. So therefore, in this case, consider ang ating permutation can be expressed by the product of two disjoint cycles, alpha and beta. Where, sulat natin una, the order of your sigma is sum equal to t. So pangalanan lang natin. Tapos si alpha natin, we can express this as a sub 1, a sub 2, and so on up to some a sub m. Tapos si beta natin is b sub 1, b sub 2, up to say b sub n. So these are the lengths of your cycle. So our goal is this. Ito yung magiging goal mo. So we need to show that your t is just equal to the LCM of m and n. So yan ang ipapakita natin. Okay? LCM lang ng dalawang number. So ano ang LCM? Least common multiple.
Opo.
Anong naalala mo sa least common multiple?
I think that yung LC, ano po yung properties po in general.
Oh, like for example, anong ang greatest common divisor? Magkabaliktad yan eh. Greatest common divisor. Take it from the word na greatest, na common divisor. Say for example, 32 and say 28. What's the greatest common divisor?
32 and 28, 4 po.
Yan. So, di ba, yan ang pinakamalaki. How about the least common multiple of, say, 4 and 6?
2 na po.
Least common multiple.
2. Common multiple, 4 times 6, bali, ano na po, 2 squared times 3, so 12.
12. So, therefore, 12 ang least. Although 24 is a common multiple, pero yung pinakamaliit is 12. So, you imagine, ang gagawin natin is maghahanap tayo na mag-equate to yung dalawa. Yung t is equal to the LCM of m and n. Take note, the order of your alpha is m, and the order of your beta is n. So, yan ang mga gagamitin natin. So, now, let us identify muna. Hindi natin pa alam, so let's call K to be the LCM of M and N. Ay, gagamitin akong anong symbol, pero sige na lang, ito na lang muna pero mahaba-haba ang magiging symbol natin. So, anong ibig sabihin that K is the least common multiple? Diba, you can right away say that si K can be divided by M and can be divided by N. So, pwede nating sabihin that M divides K and N divides K. Tama? Parang kanina, sa example mo, anong least common multiple ng 4 and 6? Sabi mo 12. So, therefore, 4 divides 12 and 6 divides 12.
Okay. So, it divides both kagad mo. Sigurado.
Ayun. So, yun. Parang ito mas abstract na way of defining this. So now next, itong ating gagawin. So anong ibig sabihin? 'Di ba so far alam natin na kung ito yung order mo at itong order mo, so if you are to raise this to M, magiging identity element. If you are to raise beta with N, this is also an identity element. Pero remember, si M mo is a multiple of K. Your K is a multiple of M. Tapos your N, your K is also a multiple of N. So therefore, anong masasabi mo when you take, erase ko to muna ha. Yan. If I'll now raise these two numbers with K, it's equal to what?
So, since it divides both, bale, magiging ano pa rin po, magiging E pa rin po lahat.
Yon, tama. So it's still an identity permutation. So therefore, if both of these are now identity permutations, remember, ito sila mga disjoint permutations. So therefore, if I'll take the product of these two, alpha raised to K times beta raised to K, we know this is just the identity. Diba? Product ng dalawa, it's still the identity. Pero, si alpha and beta are commutative kasi disjoint permutation sila. Can I do this? Pwede ko ba itong gawin?
Yes,
Pwede.
kasi commutative yun po.
Yes. Kasi, kung ila-line up mo ang left-hand side, alpha times alpha times alpha times alpha, so K of them, beta times beta times beta times beta, K of them, pwede mo siyang ma-switch, you end up with alpha times beta, K times. Ayan ang magiging parang arrangement niya. So now, if this is the case now of alpha beta raised to K, so, anong masasabi mo the relationship between K and P? So, dalawa na to. Anong relationship ng dalawa na yan? So, you have K here. Tapos you have P here.
They're the same. Yun po.
The same pa kagad?
LCM of M and N. Okay. So, that is true. Yes, the order is T. Yes.
Di ba alam natin, order daw ng order ng permutation mo na sigma is T. And your sigma is alpha times beta. So therefore, what we are saying, since sigma raised to T is equal to alpha beta raised to T, this is equal to, since it's the order,
Ano? Yung identity nga po.
identity. So therefore, anong relationship ni K at ni T? Muna.
So, muna po, yung ano, at least it's true that T is paano ba sasabihin? T divides K ba? Ganun yata po na. Or ano ba?
Yeah. Oh yeah, ano? T divides?
T is some multiple of K.
Yan, tama. So therefore, you can now assume, or not necessarily assume, say that T divides K. That K is some multiple of T. Kasi si T natin yung pinakamaliit, ang least na element na once you raise it to the power of your sigma, magiging identity element siya. So in this case, siya pinakamaliit. So T divides K. So that's the first part. So far, yun pa lang ang napapakita natin. So now, so itong gagawin natin next. Okay, so take note to ha. So lagyan ko to as red box. So next. Let's go back to your alpha and beta raised to t, which we know this is just your identity element. Question, can we do this alpha raised to t and beta raised to t? Pwede ba siyang gawin?
Yes, kasi ano na po commutative.
Yes. So, lagay natin again because alpha and beta are commutative. Okay. So, now, nagko-commute siya. Now, next. So, therefore, in this case, meron kang alpha raised to t, beta raised to t is equal to some identity element. And this is an equation, so therefore, somehow we can do some manipulation. So you can right away say that alpha raised to t is equal to beta raised to minus t. Okay? Question, totoo ba yan? At kailan lang yan magiging totoo?
So, definitely it's true na yung ano po, tawag doon yung Mila mo. So,
Parang you try
is,
to imagine to, ng Joshua. You raise, di ba si alpha mo is the cycle? Ito yun siya. Sana yun. Hindi pala natin dinefine, no? Pero it's a product, it's a cycle. So therefore, if you raise it to t, iikot yan. Tapos si beta mo naman, pa-backward, pabaliktad na ikot. So counterclockwise na pag-ikot. Pero they end up na magkapareho sila. So ang question, posible ba magkapareho sila given that, ano nga assumption natin sa alpha and beta? Hindi ko pala anong assumption natin? Yan.
ayun. So, bali, ano po natawag doon? Ano sila? Saan na na hindi po, ano nga po sila, disjoint.
Disjoint. So question, posible ba mag-equal ito? Yung dalawa, kasi disjoint sila eh. And kung pwede, anong situation lang? The only situation mag-equal sila.
The only situation na possibly mangyari yan is kung ano po tawag doon, so bali A to the something is na B inverse.
Ito Joshua, di ba si alpha cycle? If you raise it to t, iikot lang yan.
Aba.
Tapos si B natin, cycle din. Pero raise to negative t, ang pag-ikot niya baliktad. So counterclockwise. Kung isa clockwise, isa naman counterclockwise. So question, disjoint ito eh. Wala silang common element. So
Kaya
gaano pa nila kaikot?
possible po yun kung ano.
So ang question, kailan lang ito maging possible na equal ang dalawa? And the only way na possible. Yan. So, isulat ko dito muna. Para at least while you're thinking, susulat kong statement. Ano to? Since alpha and beta are disjoint, this is not possible. Kasi wala silang common element. Pero may except lang. Except. At what anong magiging possibility na totoo sila, equal sila? Kasi so far wala naman tayong pagkakamali kanina eh. So meaning wala tayong contradiction dito. So ano lang yung possibility equal sila?
So bali ano po tawag doon, meron ba? Baka yung mismong
Meron yan.
may something na they would be both in common.
Oo. I'll give you a hint. Ito. Say for example, disjoint to disjoint cycle to Say for example, say, gawin ko red para at least kita. Say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Say, 6. Say, sabihin natin, 2, 3, 1, and then 5, 6, 4. Yan. So therefore, may dalawa kang cycles. 1, 2, 3, tapos 4, 5, 6. So therefore, imagine mo, this is your alpha, this is your beta. So kung papaikutin mo ito raised to the third, papaikutin mo to pabaliktad, raised to negative 3, ano magiging result? For example, si 1. 1 yan. This is equal to what?
So, 1, 2, 3. Bali, ano nga po? 1, so 1, 2, 1 ulit po.
1 ulit. How about a raised to 3 raised to 2? Of 2.
2 ulit po.
2 ulit. So a raised to 3 raised to, of 3.
3. Yung ba?
So how about ito? 4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, 6 din po.
4, 5, 6. So anong tawag mo sa mga ganitong sana yun? Sa mga ganitong permutation.
Wala po nangyari.
So therefore, that's
Identity nga po.
si alpha raised to 3 at si beta pala to. Beta, beta, beta. Beta raised to negative 3 are both the identity. So that's the only. Wala nang iba.
Nga po, inisip ko, paano kaya disjoint nga sila? So, dapat parang totally exclusive.
Yan. Kaya sinasabi natin, except, yan. So, maging identity. Therefore, thus, si alpha mo raised to t is the identity. Similarly, si beta raised to minus t is the identity. Or you can as well say beta raised to t kasi clockwise lang naman at counterclockwise. So, same cycle, it will result you to the same value. So now, ito ang question ko. Anong masasabi mo? Anong ang sabi natin kaninang order ni alpha at beta? But the order of alpha and the order of beta are m and n. So anong masasabi mong relationship ni T at ni M at ni T at ni N? Yan.
Bale, they must be, ano po, so, since, wait lang po, so, M, tsaka N.
Di ba anong ibig nga ulit sabihin ng order? Which
Number
means
of elements.
alpha raised to M is equal to?
Number of elements, bale po. So,
Not necessarily the number, it's an order. Order siya. So hindi necessarily, because alpha is it's a permutation.
so number nga, hindi pa na siya, paano sasabihin mo yan?
So alpha raised to M na siya. So therefore, that's equal to?
Yun yung ano po na, yun yung ano, kasi yung brain part, yung...
Sige. Relax. Ito na, nagbinigyan ko na ng clue dito. Si beta raised to N is equal to what? And si alpha raised to M is equal to what? Order sila. Identity. That's correct. This is the identity. This is the identity. So, ang tanong ko, anong relationship nito at nito? Ito at nito? Gaya ng ginawa mo kanina.
They're all the same po, kasi identity.
Exactly ba? The same kaagad?
Hindi ba? Yung ano pala, yung T mismo. So, yung T, paano sabihin ba?
Diba sa anong definition ng order? Minimum. Siyang pinakamaliit that produces the identity. Pero si T also produces the identity. Pwede ba siya minimum o not necessarily siya ang minimum?
So, basta T divides M, tsaka T also T divides N. So, that would mean...
Parang baliktad. Kasi sabi natin ang minimum si M and N eh. So, not necessarily siya pinakamaliit.
T is a multiple of M, both M and N.
Tama. So, T is a multiple of M. So, sulat ka dito ha. So, M divides T and kasi multiple siya ng tapos N divides T. So, ayan, dalawa. So, now, ito. So, anong ibig sabihin? What are we now implying about M and N? Ito na. Dalawang number
Pwede
baka
actually,
divide sa same
ano po
number.
siya? T is some multiple of the LCM.
Yun. That's right. It's a common multiple of M and N. Does it necessary, from this statement pa lang, sa nakikita mo sa screen, automatic ba siya na ang least common multiple?
Ito nga po
Or
siya list. It's a common multiple pero not necessarily the least.
least? Okay, so we can say that thus T is a common multiple of M and N, but not necessarily the least. So tell me now, anong masasabi mo between the least common multiple, the LCM of M and N, and T? Anong masasabi mo sa dalawa?
They are, yung LCMM, the LCM is, the T nga po is one multiple. So, LCM divides T. So, yung ano po.
Yan, divides T. Parang kanina yung example mo, 4 and 6, anong least common multiple? So it's 12. Pero another multiple is 24. So therefore, 12 divides 24. So in this case, the LCM of M and N divides T. Now, i-combine natin. So, i-block ko na to, ha? Ilagay ko na siya sa box. Tingnan mo ang kaninang nagawa natin. T divides K. Si K natin is the least common multiple of M and N. Dito baliktad. LCM of M and N divides T. And this is K. So therefore, anong masasabi mo between K and T? Ito na. Ito na yung dalawa. Yan. Ito yung dalawa. Naka-box. Tingnan mo. So what's our final conclusion?
Yung final conclusion nga po, so, since that they are the same, so, bale, since hindi pala, yung sabihin ko pa pala, kumbaga, it's the divisible, tapos at siya pa yung ano, so they must be the same.
The same. So therefore, thus T is just equal to K. Anong ang T natin? This is the order of your sigma. Your K is just the LCM of M and N, but this is just equal to the LCM of the order of alpha and beta. So, ayun.
Simultaneously, the product and, the multiple and the divisor po na.
Ayun, tama. So therefore, we have only proven this for two products of permutation, disjoint cycles. Pero there are K of them. So 1 and 2 lang ginawa natin. So in this case, doon ka na papasok using induction. So hindi ko na siya ipoprove, but to finish the proof, use induction. Okay. And we end our proof now. Okay. So yun, that's the idea so far.
No ba?
Okay. May last na tayong theorem. Ito, pinakamadali itong theorem ipoprove among all. Itong last. Na palagi mo daw may express into two cycles yung permutation mo. Actually, madali lang to. Kung isusulat natin si permutation natin as the product of disjoint cycles, tawagin natin A sub 1, B sub 2, up to A sub, say, M. Tapos B sub 1, B sub 2, up to, say, B sub N. Tapos, and so on. Ang sabi natin, may letter sa gitna ng B and C. C sub, say, K. Yan. So, paano mo to express as products of cycles? Naalala mo pa paano siya ginagawa as two cycles sa mga previous notes natin?
Pwede
ito.
po siyang gawin na isa, kumbaga yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 1, 1, 1, ay 1, 2, 1, 3, ganun po.
Tama. So, we can also have this here. Pwede siyang In this case, actually pabaliktad yung pag-ano natin. Saan na ba yun? Product, hindi pala dito sa isang notes pala natin. Hindi ko siya na-save dito. So anyway, in this case, itong gagawin natin is that we can express this as a sub 1, okay, a sub m, tapos a sub 1, a sub m minus 1, and so on up to a sub 1, a sub 2. So that's the first. Tapos how about sa b? B sub 1, b sub n, times b sub 1, b sub n minus 1, and so on up to b sub 1, b sub 2. And then finally, ang last natin ng mga 2 cycles, c sub 1, c sub k, c sub 1, c sub k minus 1, up to c sub 1, c sub 2. So ito na, mga 2 cycles natin. Right? So yun lang. Yung way to be able to write your permutations as products of 2 cycles. So naalala mo pa na may isa tayong na-observe na you can always write a permutation as either an odd number of cycles or even number of cycles. So, tandaan mo lang yan. Pwede mo siyang and then you can set aside all of the odds and all of the evens. Then you can form another group sa lahat-lahat ng even cycles of permutations. At ang tawag doon, alternating groups.
Okay. Yung pala po yung mga sinasabi-sabi po namin, mga ganyan, mga po. So, it's just a permutation group in the end po.
That's right.
Type lang po.
That's correct. All right, I think this is the end ng slide ko, Joshua. So we will end our abstract algebra from here. Yay! O mamimiss mo ba si abstract algebra?
parang surreal po yung alam na po yung na umabot po si end ng book. Thank you for reading.
Actually, hindi pa to, ano pa lang to, ilang chapters pa lang to siya. Pero at least, you have the feeling on what abstract algebra. Sa groups pa lang hindi pa tayo nag-introduce ng rings, hindi pa tayo nakapunta sa fields, pero at least you know later, if you will encounter this again, you have the feeling, okay, ito pala siya. You will recall everything. So sa ngayon, ang next natin na pagdi-discuss, it's all about probability. So let me introduce random variables. Tapos once we identify what are random variables, ang random variables is some sort of a function of objects actually mga samplings yan na magbibigay ng particular number. And then this number, pag iipunin mo lahat-lahat niya yan, will give you a distribution. And ang distribution may mga nice property. Ang common properties na mini-measure natin are the expected values and the variances. So ito yung mga computations na kailangan natin. Because in the end, later, hopefully, maaabot natin once identified ang lahat-lahat ng mga distributions you need, from the discrete distributions to the continuous distributions, kumaabutan natin yung mga techniques na kailangan to identify distributions via magpaparameter estimate. Gagamit tayo mga least square estimation, mga maximum likelihood estimation. So these are techniques that is learned in probability. So ito yung pag-uusapan natin next naman.
Pero alam mo, po giving order to randomness.
Yes. And besides, random pa rin siya. Pero actually sa totoo lang, parang wala namang totoong random talaga. Kahit yung mga random generators kasi, napoproduce naman siya via some algorithms eh.
So, kahit yung mga random events po sa physics, so kumbaga yung mga radioactive decay, maybe someday we will find out what happens. Kaya hindi.
Pero you need to understand the mathematics that is used. So, ito naman mangyayari. Alright, Joshua, I think that's the end of our discussion tonight. So, kung wala ng questions, thank you very much.
Aba.
See you Thursday. Yan na,
Okay po,
Thursday
thank you po.
pa. Okay, bye Joshua. Ingat.
Okay po, thank you po.
Yan.
Ano to?